So we are continuing our reading of Bhagavad Gita as it is. We had the introduction where yesterday we were hearing that how the abode, the spiritual world is Sanatan, the Supreme Lord is Sanatan, and the living entities are Sanatan. And our highest goal, our aim should be to go to this Sanatan sky. That is true liberation, to the eternal sky where we don't have to come back to this material world again. So therefore, so then, so we are souls, we are parts and parcels of Krishna. Then what is our duty? Therefore, Sanatan Dharma does not refer to any secretarial process of religion. It is the eternal function of the eternal living entities in relationship with the eternal Supreme Lord. So it's not that Sanatan Dharma refers to some particular sect of people or community of people or some people who are following a certain belief or a faith system. No, Sanatan Dharma is because we are all living entities. We are all souls, all connected to Krishna. And the soul has no upadhi. The soul is not uh, Indian or American or Chinese or black or white or fat or thin, you know. It is just the soul, a living entity, part and parcel of Krishna. And so, what is the duty of this soul? Sanatan Dharma refers, as stated previously, to the eternal occupation of the living entity. Sripad Ramanujacharya has explained the word Sanatan as that which has neither beginning nor end. So, when we speak of Sanatan Dharma, we must take it for granted on the authority of Sripad Ramanujacharya that it has neither beginning nor end. So that is Sanatan Dharma, that which is eternal, eternal occupation of a soul. So many people say that, the majority of the world, that we are going to go sit in the light. And that is liberation. That is mukti, that's moksha. But what is the occupation of the living entity? Even if we go sit in the light, that we cannot give up the nature of the soul. The sugar cannot stop being sweet. That's its nature. The salt cannot stop being salty. So where similarly, we are souls and our nature is to be always active. We cannot give up this activity. And what is our nature is to serve. We cannot give up this service. So the English word religion is a little different from Sanatan Dharma. Religion conveys the idea of faith, and faith may change. What is truly religion mean? Now it's just, we think of religion as maybe a Christian religion or a Hindu religion or a Islamic religion, but actually religion means to love God. That is what religion is. And when we are saying following the Hindu religion or Christianity or Islamic, means we are following a particular faith, a particular belief. So one may have faith in a particular process, and he may change this faith and adopt another. But Sanatan Dharma refers to that activity which cannot be changed. So one may say, okay, right now I want to follow a particular path, but after some time we say, no, I want to change my path. A Hindu may become a Muslim, Muslim may become Christian, or whatever. But that is a faith. But then what is Sanatan Dharma? Sanatan Dharma is something eternal. It can't change. For instance, liquidity cannot be taken from water, nor can heat be taken from fire. So can water stop being liquid? No, water always has a liquid form. It is liquid. That's its nature. And then can we take out heat from fire? No, that's the nature of the fire. Similarly, the eternal function of the eternal living entity cannot be taken from the living entity. Sanatan Dharma is eternally integral with the living entity. So same as we cannot take away the nature of water, we cannot take away the nature of fire, we, the living entities, also have our eternal nature. When we speak of Sanatan Dharma, therefore, we must take it for granted on the authority of Srimad Ramanujacharya that it has neither beginning nor end. That which has neither end nor beginning must not be sectarian, for it cannot be limited by any boundaries. Those belonging to some sectarian faith will wrongly consider that Sanatan Dharma is also sectarian. But if we go deeply into the matter and consider it in the light of modern science, it is possible for us to see that Sanatan Dharma is the business of all the people of the world, nay, of all the living entities of the universe. So it's not that the Sanatan Dharma is created at a particular time and it finishes at a particular time, or it's for a particular sect of people or community. Otherwise, it wouldn't be called Sanatan. Sanatan means eternal, means it's applicable at every time. So as we, the living entities, are eternal. And we have an eternal nature, eternal occupation, eternal thing that we do. And what is that? That is our Sanatan Dharma. And so it is, what is that? That Sanatan Dharma, it's not that only human beings have it. All living entities, right now, those living entities may be inside the bodies of animals, or they may be in the body of trees, but it does not mean that that the Sanatan Dharma is not applicable to them. No, it's always there. And that is that we are eternal servants of God. Our Sanatan Dharma is service. We can see we are always serving. We might think, no, I'm enjoying. But we see we are serving. We serve the family, we serve parents, we serve society, we serve community. And if we don't serve anybody else, we serve our own senses. So service is integral to us. We can stop here for today. Are there any questions or comments or anything? No? Then we can stop here. Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaura Premanande, Hari Hari Bol.